Welcome back, Legendary Potato here to another episode of How to Play Minecraft tutorial series. And what I'm going to be doing in today's episode is I'm going to be trying to get some more diamonds in order to make an enchantment table. And I'll explain how you can use an enchantment table and kind of explain how that all works. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing some more mining underground. So I'll try to get more diamonds. I used all of them on my diamond pickaxe. I recommend that you go ahead and do some mining as well if you want to get some more diamonds for this. If you do not currently have enough, we will need at least 2 more diamonds on us. So that is the plan. I'm going to use the same methods I had used before. So let me go ahead and make another iron pickaxe, which is required for mining diamonds. There we go. So I will get a whole bunch of stuff with me, and I'll go ahead and get started with that. And I'll cut down the whole mining process, but you guys probably understand by now how to go mining at this point, as long as you saw that episode where I showed you guys some of the best methods to go mining. So I'm going to go ahead and head down into my mine, and hopefully I'll try and find some stuff here. It'll either go really well, go poorly. But like I said, the minimum amount... Oh, I forgot to bring wood. I guess I wasn't really too careful. I got way too excited there. But I do need some wood. I need some cobblestone maybe. Actually, I'm going to get plenty of cobblestone anyway. I do need wood on me in case I need to craft more stuff. Oh, actually, I'll just bring the birch wood with me. I think that might be a good idea. So, there we go. Torches would be good. Torches with coal. So bring some coal with you, and I'll make that, and we can get started. But yeah, I recommend you try and find as many diamonds as you can. Don't spend too long mining, because mining takes forever sometimes. So, oops. So sometimes I just recommend just get enough diamonds for a little while that'll hold you off, and then kind of forget about mining for a little bit. It can be annoying, can be stressful. Don't worry about it. So I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of torches just so I don't risk running out anytime soon, and we can get going. Okay, so that should be plenty at that point. So let's go ahead and find the diamonds, the light blue mineral. I want to try and find at least 2 more. I'll go ahead and jump cut to when I found some. Okay, so I found, looks like a couple diamonds here. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to get this. Ooh, 25 levels. It's another 3 diamonds. That's not too bad. I would have kind of hoped for a few more, but that will work. So now I got my diamonds. I got what I need there. Now what I gotta do is come back up to the surface, but I also need lapis, and that's the dark blue stuff I mentioned, and that is going to be used to do some of the enchanting. So I mentioned how it's pretty much like a blue dye, but it also works for enchanting. So I have some on the way back. So what I'll do is I'll go this way. I went to the same cave I was at before. I went and tried to do a different area, but didn't work out too well. I just went there, happened to find some, so that was kind of nice. So anyway, I'm gonna pick up some lapis. I don't need a whole bunch, but I'd recommend if you ran into some lapis at some point that you do take that with you, since that will be useful for that. You do need it. It is important. So I'll go ahead and get the lapis that I had somewhere at the beginning of this mine. I believe I did. I know I had some somewhere, and I believe it was around here-ish, right? Ah, there it is. So you want to mine this stuff. And so get a good amount. You don't need a crazy amount, but if you find it, you probably are going to start wanting to take it, because we are going to make an enchantment table. So 26 will last us a little bit, not a crazy amount of time, but basically if you see it, it'll help you out just a little bit there. But let's go ahead and return to the surface. Let's make ourselves a crafting table. Not a crafting, sorry, make ourselves an enchantment table. And we'll be able to take advantage of the XP levels we've been working on. So once we get to 30, then we'll be able to get maximum enchanting. And I'll kind of show you guys how the enchanting works. It's not too complicated, but there are a lot of things to consider with it. So let's go ahead, and there we go. Okay, we made it up to the surface. And so this is part of the reason why I made sure that we've been farming sugarcane for a little bit as well, because sugarcane is a little bit helpful for this. So let's go ahead and put all this stuff away, fill up all my chests for the time being. I don't feel like organizing mine personally, but if you want to do that, you can. So what I need 2 diamonds. I need some obsidian. Where's the obsidian? There's the obsidian. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I also need a book. So a book can be made from paper, which can be made from sugarcane, and then we also need a piece of leather. So let's go ahead and put all this together here. So you want to put your sugarcane in here like this. That'll give you some paper. Put a little configuration, something like that, just a little shape like this. Make it a square. Take the book, put that right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 with the obsidian, diamonds, and you got yourself an enchantment table. So hopefully I didn't go too fast with that. That's the enchantment table. You need 4 obsidian, 2 diamonds, and a book. So now let's go ahead and take that. So now that we finally got that, I don't have space for this enchantment table sort of thing inside my house, so I'll probably put this somewhere else outside, but you can put it wherever you'd like. But since my house is kind of smallish, it's not really a whole bunch of space, but I'll tell you guys the requirements for the enchantment table. I don't want you guys to place it down just yet until you know what you're doing with it. Let me get my shovel here. So I'm going to make about a 5 by 5 area for the enchantment table. Yeah, 5 by 5 area, so that then I have enough space for everything. And so the enchantment table requires a certain configuration, or doesn't really require. You can completely skip this part if you want to, but if you want those really high-end enchantments, then this is something you're going to have to do, which is why the sugarcane is going to become essential at this point. So hopefully you've been farming that for a little while by now. So we'll go ahead and put this in. I don't know how far we are into this. I just kind of want enough space where I can kind of walk up to this thing. How is this anyway? So if I put the enchantment table right there-ish, like that, that'd be cool. I think that would work just fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my enchantment table right here. So there we go. It actually provides a tiny amount of light as well, which is kind of neat. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is kind of decorate the outside of here just a little bit before I do any of the actual stuff. But basically this floor, you can make it out of whatever you'd like. I'll just do this 3 by 3. This is what you're going to be seeing. So I'm just going to kind of replace these in here. But then there's also going to be a wall, or 3 walls of bookshelves around here. And so the bookshelf levels will basically determine that. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at a base level enchantment table, of course, after I sleep, because mobs can spawn around here anyway. But basically the base level enchantment table, it allows you to do level 1 enchantments. It allows you to do, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look and I can show you guys. So right here, I can pretty much do these. I need some lapis and stuff on me so that I can actually demonstrate this. But bookshelves are going to come into play in just a moment here. So we'll take that, and I'll take some sort of item that I would, I guess, enchant. Which you can enchant basically any tool or any armor sort of thing. So let's say I wanted to enchant maybe a brand new diamond pickaxe, for example. What I can do is come over to this. You can enchant whatever. Like let's say I wanted to enchant this. Now it gives me options here. I can either do this enchantment, or this one. And so all of these are level 1 enchantments, but they have different level things here. And so if I add more bookshelves, this will be level 30. This will be, actually, yeah, level 1, level 3, level 4. So like they're not that great. So like they're all efficiency 1. So my odds of getting anything good out of that are not too great. So if you want good enchantments, I would recommend not enchanting yet. What you're going to do is you're going to be harvesting your sugarcane. You're going to need, I'm not sure how many bookshelves it is precisely, but you're going to need quite a few. So you're going to need a lot of wood, and a lot of paper, and a lot of leather. So let me show you guys here. I hopefully have more leather on me. I have a little bit. Okay, so I can make about 1 bookshelf right now, I believe. So right there, I got some books. And so you want to make a bunch of books, then you want to take your planks like this. You want to put your books in there and sandwich those books with the planks there. So now we've made 1 bookshelf, and so we basically need 3, 3, 3. So that's 9, 18. So you need about 18 bookshelves. I've just made 1 out of 18 there. So You basically want to surround this in a 2-high wall of bookshelves. So basically it would look something like this. 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 ba, 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 ba. But imagine all of this dirt is bookshelves there. And so that's how you can get the best enchantment table enchantments. So if you want to be most efficient, of course. But if you're fine with just level 1 enchantments while you wait, then that's really not too much of a problem. You can just go ahead and enchant your stuff, so I can get efficiency 1 there. But I do like maximizing my potential with my stuff, so I personally would not enchant anything just yet. But let's say I wanted to enchant something. I would throw the thing in here. I would throw my lapis. If I throw in 1 lapis, it gives me that. 2 gives me that, and 3 gives me that. So as you can see, there's 3 differences there. Now this went up to level 5. This went up to level 4. So it slightly upgrades more and more as the more bookshelves you throw in. But for the time being, it's still very low level. So you know you've hit a high level when it says you've hit level 30 enchantments. But yeah, right now we're hitting level 5 at best. So that's the enchantment table there. A good way to speed up the process is get as many bones as you can, and we can use bone meal on our sugarcane. But we also still need the leather, which you can get leather from cows, so you will have to kill a bunch of cows as well. But that's okay. You need to kill about 48 cows, or you need 48 leather, so not necessarily 48 cows. Could be more or less than that, but about 48 cows. And so you can kind of just do this a whole bunch, get a whole bunch of sugarcane going, and then you'll be fine there. But you still do need that leather, and I'll show you guys killing cows. If I can find any cows, we can go ahead and grind all this up. But yes, as you can see, it's taken a little while to do that anyway. Let's see if there's a cow nearby. But they usually drop about 1 piece of leather. I think they occasionally drop 2 pieces of leather as well. But there's enchantments that actually make them drop more items than that. But unfortunately, since we don't have enchantments, that isn't helpful anyway. So let's see if I can find anything. There's a cow right there. So basically, you want to find a cow, which looks something like this. Go ahead, take them out. And did we get a leather? We didn't even get a piece of leather that time. Isn't that super sad? That's okay. You just do have to go around, find a whole bunch of cows to kill, and you'll eventually get all of that leather. I won't go ahead and do all the leather in today's episode, but hopefully this leads you in the right direction in order to set up your enchantment table properly. But now that we have an actual enchantment table, we still need the enchantment room with all the rest of the bookshelves, which we will eventually get to, of course, as well. I'm just looking around for any last-minute cows. I'd recommend you walk around, and you might be able to find some. I'll try and show how you can breed some animals and how you can kind of not have to wander around the forest. I'll try and do that at some point. But that does take a little bit of effort, but you can basically set up an animal farm so that all the animals are contained in an area. You can breed them so that basically they will have little baby cows. Then you can kill the adult cows and you can kind of keep that cycle going, and so you won't have to wander around like I am. But there's some sugarcane right there. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I'm finding any cows for the time being, but that's okay. Sometimes you'll get a little bit luckier, sometimes you will not. This is one of those not so lucky times with the animals spawning, but that's fine. I would also recommend you go to higher up spots so you can really figure out where everything is. Like, yeah, there's nothing in sight. It looks like there's like sheep and stuff, but sheep aren't going to drop the leather. You do need to kill cows. You can also kill horses and donkeys. They will also drop leather as well, but yeah, leather isn't quite the most common thing to come across. Like, you can get a bunch of it. It's not uncommon, but it seems like it's used up quite frequently anyway. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna head back to the house and I'll eventually find some more cows to kill at some point. But that's the enchantment table. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's episode. Of course, if you did, make sure you do leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And you can also turn on notifications if you want to get notified of when that next episode happens to go live. But with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys, and peace out.